Well, hello there, fabulous authors. Welcome to another episode of RTTV, Reading Transforms Television. Today we are talking about 5 things that you can do to have a successful book launch day. And these are 5 things that I literally just put into practice and used this week for my own launch. So let's dive in.
Welcome to RTTV, brought to you by Reading Transforms, with your host, K.m. Robinson of K.m. Robinson Photography and Reading Transforms. If you look to the right of your screen, you will note a chat box. We encourage you to ask questions and comment throughout the show. Our moderators will be watching the feed and collecting questions for our hosts to answer during the end of the broadcast. Use the red question mark tab to differentiate your questions from your comments in the feed. If you are a member of our Facebook community and our weekly newsletter, your notes will be emailed to you shortly. Make sure that you are active this week in our Facebook community for deeper insights into how to apply this into your marketing strategy and for ongoing support. Welcome to the weekly live broadcast that will revolutionize your author branding, book marketing, and social media marketing strategies.
Like I said, this week was my book launch. My debut novel, Golden, was released into the world, and there are a couple of things that I found that made my social media absolutely explode during the course of this week. So on release day on Tuesday, it took off. Things were crazy. It was amazing. And here we are on Sunday, and it's still going strong. I have seen such great interaction, such amazing engagement. I am up to over 700% engagement, where I usually rest around mid 500% engagement. I am doing so well. Everything is so good. I'm already getting amazing quotes from fans. I am getting some amazing feedback, and I've made a ton of new bookish friends just in the last couple of days. And I'm going to tell you those 5 things I did to help me launch my book that I feel really made a huge difference in my book launch. So let's dive in. The first thing I want to talk to you about is Bookstagram. So in the couple of months leading up to my book launch, I Bookstagrammed my book. Now, if you do not know about Bookstagram, you are so behind on the times. We need to catch you up. If you've been hanging out with me at Reading Transforms, you know I educate on how to do this. So if you do not know how to do Bookstagram style images, if you do not know how to create them, or if you want to learn to do it better, I'm a professional photographer, and I take my time to actually teach book bloggers and authors how to create these books, or these book images, in a better, more professional way, without the professional cost of having to deal with professional equipment or lighting or all those other things that pros use. We can get the same look for whatever you are using. So your phone, you can use a point and shoot camera. You can use makeshift lighting. I teach you how to manipulate light and really make everything pop and look better for only like $1 or $2. I teach you how to do that. It's amazing. Go to Reading Transforms, readingtransforms.com, and resources.readingtransforms.com, and check out my YouTube channel. I've actually got a playlist on there that educates you specifically on how you do that. So you want to make sure that you are looking there if you do not know how to do this, or if you want to improve what you are already doing. Now, Bookstagram images are pictures of books that are stylized. So you take your book, you put it somewhere, and then you stylize it with things to make it look prettier. So maybe it's on a bedspread, maybe it's surrounded by things that have to do with the book, maybe it is on a deskscape setting, so you make it look like it's sitting on a desk with a keyboard and a stapler and a ruler and, fancy scissors and paper clips and things like that. Maybe it's on a nightstand. You could do all sorts of amazing things and then put it on, specifically on Instagram, but we put it on all of our social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter, and sometimes we even Snapchat these things. It's kind of cool. Instagram stories is a great way. Instagram albums is a great way to be doing this. But you've got to get these pictures out there. That is what gets people's attention. The entire book world is familiar with Bookstagram style images, and they specifically look for accounts on Instagram that have gorgeous book pictures. There are specific hashtags we use. Hashtag Bookstagram, hashtag Books of Instagram, hashtag Bookish, all sorts of amazing things. I have a list that I actually use that are really, really helpful and beneficial to me. There's our little pro tip for the day, actually, because my bonus is going to be my list of hashtags that I use within my own author brand that get me a lot of visibility. So I'm giving those to you. That'll be in your email tomorrow. If you're not on our show notes newsletter, get on it. We're talking show notes.readingtransforms.com every single week. I'm dropping new information in there, stuff I do not say on the show, stuff I do not put on social media. It's exclusive to the newsletter, so you got to join me if you want that. You will get not only today's bonus, but my big bonus for Reading Transforms, which is an amazing PDF full of 20 ideas that do not cost you a cent to market your book, plus a freebie in the freebie. It is all about prize ideas that won't cost you anything that you can use for giveaways and different events and things like that. So it's amazing. Check it out. You'll get that plus all of the back bonuses from all of the episodes. You just get a lot. Come join me. Show notes.readingtransforms.com. So Bookstagram style images are really, really important because it gets you visibility. It gets you out there. It gets people to see what you are doing, and you get noticed. Once people start noticing your account has all these gorgeous pictures of your book and other books on it, it is going to be something that people keep coming back for more and more and more. It's going to build up your list. It's going to build up that engagement. We know with the social media algorithms, engagement is important. So as you're posting things, they value certain things more than others. And if you get a lot of engagement, the indexing system decides, oh, hey, this person is important. More people want to see them, so they will show your content to more people and more frequently. So it's all about engagement. You want to get people liking, commenting, having conversations, talking to you, interacting with you, and really leaving a lot of likes and comments on your images and videos. And of course, we know that they rank videos higher than photos, so if you can work some video in there too, you can even do Bookstagram style videos. It's kind of awesome. Take advantage of it. Trust me, I saw amazing growth within my own author brand. I saw a ton of people. I told you I was sitting at 500%, over 500. It was like mid 500% engagement pretty much since I started my account. Because I had all of these bookish things on there. I was very bookish about what I was doing. I was very involved in the bookish community. And the more I was involved in the bookish community, the more interaction I got, the higher I got ranked, and the more people see my content. So whether or not I have a ton of followers or a few followers, my engagement is what matters. So no, I don't have a ton of followers, but I have a ton of people who frequently interact with me. I keep seeing the same names pop up over and over and over again, and maybe they don't follow me, but they see me in those feeds, and they are right there liking and commenting, which means my high 500% engagement is going to be way better than somebody with a ton of fans who does not get a lot of interaction. I'm going to be shown more, even if they have 1 million people and I only have a few. So take advantage of Bookstagram. It gets your name out there. It gets you involved within the bookish community. When you are an active member of this bookish community and you are involved in it, they are going to like and respect you more and follow your account and start interacting with you. Take advantage of the Bookstagram because it builds up the hype. I found a ton of fans specifically because they adored my book cover. Let's just take a minute to appreciate the beautifulness that is my book cover. I saw this on Bookstagram, on Instagram, and they loved it simply because of the cover. Then they found out what the book was about. Then they liked the book because they knew what the book was about. And it was just a chain reaction based on some pretty pictures I put out on the internet. And I will say, over at Reading Transforms on my platform, I have had so very many people write in to tell me that they purchased a book simply because of a Bookstagram style image that I put out there on my Reading Transforms platform, because it was so beautiful and it was all encompassing of the book, and it pulled things in and it really made them want to read it based on one photograph. You have that power too. Take advantage of Bookstagram. It helps to build up the hype before your launch. Now, the second thing I want to be talking to you about today is going to be that social hype. So you need to get yourself on social media. Whether or not you like it, you have to do it. We are in a social age. People love social media. They love being involved with conversations and different discussions on social media. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is the order you should be prioritizing it, in my opinion, based on my studies as a social media marketing strategist who actually studies these social media platforms and actually studies how the algorithms are working and actually studies how fans are interacting. So I am going to tell you right now, the best thing you can be doing is Instagram as an author, as a young adult and new adult author. This is not for everybody, but I'm specifically right now talking to young adult and new adult authors. Instagram. Learn it, love it, live it. Okay, it needs to be your life. I'm not even joking. Take advantage of Instagram. That is where you're finding people. The next one you need to be focused on is Facebook. The algorithms are swinging back. The way that Facebook is changing, the different changes that they're making, the platform additions that they're making, People are coming back to Facebook. Specifically, young adults are coming back to Facebook. We've been studying this in the business industry. We've been studying this in the photography industry. If you think that photographers do not know where their teenage clients are going on social media, you're fooling yourselves. If you want to learn about social media, listen to the photographers who teach social media to photographers. We know. Trust me. It's going to be your best bet. Even with people who teach business for social media stuff, photographers know more. I'm in both worlds. I know, I can tell you. Trust us. We're swinging back toward Facebook, especially with those platform additions, and especially because Facebook and Instagram are connected now that Facebook owns Instagram. A lot of it's overlapping, so definitely take advantage of Facebook, Facebook groups, all the different things that are going on Facebook, and those new platform additions. They matter. Study them. Build up your social hype. That means get out there, talk to bookstagrammers, talk to book bloggers, talk to booktubers. And I don't mean like, hey, I have a book coming out, I want you to review it. I just want you to have a conversation with them. Get on their social media platforms, find some pretty pictures, find some kind of post that you can interact with, and have a conversation. I have made a new friend this week because she liked one of my photos on my author account. And I try to monitor who's on my account, and I go and look when I see people liking more than one photo within my profile. I go and see who they are. And if they have a really great account, I try to talk to them. Just have a conversation. I like some of their photos. I talk to them. I watched one girl's Instagram stories, and she was talking about something really cool her dad did for her. And I literally just messaged her. I'm like, oh, you're right. Dads are so cool. Your dad did this for you. My dad just did this for me this week. That was really awesome. And we kind of bonded over the fact that we had cool dads. The next day, she had a new Instagram story, and she was having kind of a lousy day, and she asked people to send her pictures of puppies to make her feel better. So I jumped on, and I sent her pictures of my babies, and for the last couple of days, we have been nonstop talking about books, about writing, about life, about dogs, about our families, and we have not once talked about my book. But we have developed this friendship now, and you might believe she's going to read my book. We're friends. She gave me a shout out. She made a shout out on social media. I can't even tell you how many Instagram story shout outs I've had in the last couple of days based on people that I've just been chatting with because they found my book between now and my launch. It's kind of amazing how many people are actually interacting on social media. So have conversations, build up that hype. Simply because I interacted with people. I went and I commented on one of their photos. I went and I had a conversation about their Instagram stories. I liked some of their photos. I have a direct message inbox full of brand new people I've never heard of before that I have been talking to for the last handful of days. And they've all given me these shout outs. I have to read her book. You have to check her out. Go to this girl's account. She's got some amazing pictures on her account. You need to check this girl out. She's the nicest girl ever. You've got to check out this new author. You have to check out her page. I'm so glad I supported this brand new author. Over and over and over. Simply because I had a conversation. So you need to build up the hype. That means getting your book out there. That means talking about your book. That means creating videos about your book. That means doing things on social media to get noticed. And yes, some of that needs to be directed towards your book and what you're doing in your book world, but it also needs to be about the book community in general. So make an effort to invest in people, and then they will turn around and invest into you. I am not making that effort to get into a conversation with them simply so I can pitch my book. If my book comes up, cool. If they go to my account and they see stuff, cool. If they want to talk to me about my book, awesome. We could talk about my book all day long. And some of them are. Some of them are all about my book. They grabbed my book the first day it was out. They have been direct messaging me their reactions as they are reading. Like, it's intense and it's amazing. But I am not making the effort to talk about my book. I am talking about them, their brand as a book blogger or a booktuber or a bookstagrammer. I am talking about their personal lives, and I am making friends with them. Make friends. When you turn people into your friends, they feel more responsible for your success. They turn around and help you more. Trust me. So build up social hype. Get out there, have conversations, make new friends, talk about book stuff, and then when it swings around to your book, which inevitably it will swing around to your book, then they're going to build up the hype for you. It's pretty awesome. Now here's the third thing I want to talk to you about, and that is advanced fans. I couldn't read my writing. I'm going to tell you a secret. Before I jumped on the show, I actually lost my show notes. I wrote them at the beginning of the week, and I thought it was at the bottom of an index card that I had written on, and actually it's in the tiny little corner, and I spent maybe 10 minutes looking for it. It was right next to me, and I looked at it a couple times. So I'm working off teeny tiny notes today, so you're just gonna have to tolerate that. Sorry. So advanced fans. Sorry, I'm losing my voice today. Advanced fans are really, really very important within your launch day. So find fans in advance. That means get in a street team. That means start your own street team. That means work with your publisher and get in their street team. That means finding fans on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. That means making a community for yourself. And that means you have to be social. You got to get yourself out there. Take advantage of who you are working with. So if you are working with a publisher, you got to talk to them. Get in their street team and get in front of their fans. Introduce yourself early. Have conversations with them. Start a dialogue with them, and then endear yourself to them so that they are your friends and they will join you when you start your own street team. You can also talk to your author friends. If they have fans that think, or if they have fans that they think will like your book, tell them to send them over. There's enough fans to go around. We don't have to hoard our fans. That's not good. We want to make sure we're sharing because we are not producing enough content for them to be reading our stuff all the time, 24/7. We are not making enough books. We are not creating enough stories to give them something to read at all times, which means other people have to give them things to read too. So your author friends should be sharing their fans with you, because if you can kind of establish this really great community between you and your author friends, you can all share these fans and build them up, and then they can bring their fans, you can bring your fans, another person can bring their fans, and dump them all in front of each other. And everybody can share and get more fans. And then when your book comes out, they can read your book. And then when your best friend's book comes out a couple of months later, they can read that book while they're waiting for your next book. And then they can read the next person's book while they're still waiting for you to finish. And then your book will come out and they can pause what they're doing over here and here and here and here. And you can just kind of work together to keep them fully occupied at all times and on your team and actively waiting for you and doing something for your friends while they're waiting for you. So create advanced fans, whether it is developing your own street team, working with a pre-existing street team, talking to your author friends, or getting out there and just making new friends like I'm doing, just hanging out with people on social media and turning them into fans. It's amazing, right? The fourth thing we're going to be talking about is also teeny tiny on my list, and that is yes. This is actually going to be one of my favorites to talk about today. And the fourth thing is going to be, oh boy. Okay, refocus. The fourth thing is going to be to throw yourself a party. Now, it does not matter if this is going to be a social media-based party or a live broadcast party or some kind of Facebook Live party or a Facebook group party or whatever. Throw yourself a party. Nobody's going to do it for you. In most cases, your publisher is not going to throw you a party. Throw yourself a party. Your friends are not going to throw you a party. Throw yourself a party. Your fans will not throw you a party, so throw yourself a party. It's okay to throw yourself a party. I threw myself a giant live broadcast party that I usually host for my author friends, and I did it by myself, which means I hosted myself. And I made it work. So throw yourself a party. Here's what I did. I usually host book launch live parties where I bring the authors on, I interview them, we play games, we do all sorts of fun, amazing things. And there's two of us on the screen, and we hang out and we talk about the book and we promote it. And it's great. It's a great party. Sometimes we dress up. It's lots of fun. Definitely recently did a Gatsby themed party with one of my authors. So that was pretty fun. We dressed up, did our hair. It was great. You can throw yourself a live broadcast party too. For mine, I had to tweak a little bit because I could not host myself. So I actually had authors send me videos interviewing me, and they got to ask me questions because I couldn't ask them to myself. It was really cool. And so I did a live broadcast party, but I could have held it on Facebook Live. I could have held it on Periscope. I could have held it on Instagram Live. I do recommend doing Facebook Live over the other two because you can, Periscope you can save it to. Actually, Instagram, you can save it too. You can, at this point, you can actually save your parties from all of the social media platforms there. But I do recommend Facebook Live because it lives on your platform, whereas it does not necessarily live very long on Periscope, which is connected to Twitter, and it does not live at all on Instagram. So Facebook is going to be better for the longevity of how you're doing this. But it does not have to be a live broadcast party. It could be a party in a Facebook group. It could be a Twitter party. It could be an in-person party. It could be an in-person book signing. figure out what you want to do, and then build up the hype for it. So create a Facebook event about it, create party invitations, create marketing graphics and little videos about it, and get it out there and really build up the hype for this party. It's going to be awesome because it gets your name out there more, and it gives you something to do. I'll tell you this much. I have been warned time and time again by my author friends that launch days are pretty boring and pretty dull, and they don't really do much, and it was kind of a letdown. And I was expecting that. I expected that for my launch day. And you know what? That didn't happen at all. I had the busiest day. My social media exploded. I had people coming left and right to talk to me about my book. I had people buying my book left and right. I had so much going on. I had people trying to reach out to me for all sorts of amazing things, interviews and things like that. And then I had my own party. Like I was busy. I did not have a moment to catch my breath the entire day. I was so busy. And my author friends had told me that it was a letdown and super quiet and nothing happened. You don't have to have that. You can create the most amazing day for yourself by building up that social media hype, by making all those friends, by doing your advanced pictures to get the word out about things, by doing these really cool parties. So host a party for yourself. If you don't want to host it for yourself, bring a friend in. If you have an author friend that will host it for you, let them do it. If you have somebody like me who hosts book launch live parties, let me do it. If you have somebody who is just a friend of yours who wants to host for you, let them do it. If you are an author who already has fans, if you already have a book out, but you want a book launch party for your new book, and your fans are like all about supporting you, let your fans run it. You don't have to host it yourself. You can have somebody throw it for you, but you may need to spark the idea. So kind of float the idea, hey, I want to have a party. Do you want to host it? And see what they say. If they say no, move on to somebody else. Host it yourself. You do what you do to make it work. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to tell you I had so much fun. I'm going to do it for every single one of my book launches. And I want you to do it too because it gives you something to look forward to. It gives you marketing material for before when you're promoting it and after to send people back to that party link. So I have a rebroadcast of my party that is now out on social media and people can come hang out and watch it like it was live. Pretty awesome, right? So make sure you are building up the hype on your party and throw yourself a party because nobody's going to do it for you. And it really, really does make the difference the day of your launch because it's something fun to look forward to. It's all about you. It's all about your book. You get to give away secrets and you can give away books and prizes and all sorts of amazing things. If you want more information on what I did in my party, you can go to my K.m. Robinson Books YouTube page. It is live up there. It is also on my blog, blog.k.m.robinsonbooks.com, and you can actually watch the episode of my party. Type in Golden Launch Party on my blog, and it should pop up for you, and you can see exactly what I did and kind of work with that. I would also jump onto Reading Transforms YouTube page, or you can jump onto resources.readingtransforms.com and type in Book Launch Live, and it will come up with a whole series of videos from the launch parties I've done for a whole bunch of different authors, and you can see what I did for them and get ideas for hosting your own party. Now, the last one I want to talk to you about is going to be a little more stressful for you because it involves video. That's because social media values video. They value live video, then photos, then text. And when I say they value text, I mean they don't value text at all. So if you're just posting straight text, probably not going to get shown to very many people. Posting photos will get shown to more people, but not as many as your videos will be, and definitely not as many as your live videos will be. So I'm encouraging you to make videos. I went out of my way to make a series of videos. So I did introductions to my characters. I did behind the scenes of my book. I did book readings on video. I did a reading of the back of my book. So I did my book's write-up. I did a reading of the prologue to my book. I did information about my characters. So I went out in the woods because my book takes place in the woods, and I talked about all of my main characters and what I loved about them and why they were important to the story and how I kind of twisted who they were because my book's a retelling. So I kind of explained how it was working within my story compared to the original. I also made like different book trailer type things, introducing the characters, the problems. I did a ton of Facebook Live videos and I just did a lot of videos. I put them out there, and then I took little clips of them and I put them on Instagram because Instagram allows you up to 1 minute of footage before it cuts it off. Thank you, Instagram. And I put those out on Instagram. So I put the full videos on YouTube and on Facebook. I put the mini videos on Instagram. Depending on the size, I put either the mini or the full on Twitter. And we made sure we got a lot of videos out there because people interact with videos more. I have a ton of interactions and comments and things on my videos. It's important to have videos, to make videos. There are ways for you to create videos without you being on camera. I have a lot of myself on camera because I am comfortable on camera at this point, but I did create for this book launch videos where I am not on camera at all. It's really cool. Check it out. K.m. Robinson Books on all social media platforms and on YouTube. Check out what I did. It's really quite fascinating. I introduced my characters and I was not on camera at all. It's great. And it looks super professional and super awesome. So you should totally check it out. Using videos is very important to build up hype because people stop to watch videos. Think about it. When they are scrolling through their social media feed, if they see a photo, they will look at it quick and flick past it. But if they see a video, they actually have to pause to see what it is. So they will stop, they will click sound, and they will watch for a few seconds to figure out what that video is and if it's going to be valuable to them. So even if they click on it to see what it is, and then they keep scrolling past it, they've at least seen 3 or 4 or 5 seconds of it to determine what it is. So if you get some information out there, you've at least hit just a little bit of information in front of them. Whereas photos, they can just keep going. So using video is amazing. I highly encourage it. You got to take advantage of it. And it totally made a difference within my own brand. Like, it legitimately changed the interactions I was getting. The more photos I put out, the more videos I put out, I got a lot of interaction. It was really great. So let's go over that one more time as we wrap this up, because this is what I've learned from my book launch. This is what I did. This is how I saw the results come out. This is what I tell my authors to do. And because of this, because of how I did this, because of what I was doing, my social media is exploding almost a week later. I am still incredibly active. People are still reaching out to me. People are still buying my book. There is hype about my book. They are bookstagramming me. They are talking about me in Instagram stories. I am all over the place because of these things. So one more time, and I'm going to have to look at my list again, my teeny tiny little list, so bear with me here. Okay. I'm not going to remember it. We're just going to keep looking. The first thing you need to be doing is bookstagramming your book. Take pretty pictures. If you don't know how, get on Reading Transforms. I teach you. If you still don't feel comfortable doing it, or you don't feel like you can do it justice, find someone who can. Talk to a bookstagrammer or hire me to do it for you. I create images for authors all the time. They actually contact me, send me their book, and they pay me to make these images. They're super cheap. Contact me. It really has changed the way that people are marketing their books. I've actually had a number of New York Times bestsellers contact me and have me do this, and it has blown up their marketing. So if you cannot do it yourself, reach out to someone who can, whether it's me or someone else. Make sure you get these pictures. It's so valuable. The next thing is social media hype. So make friends, build up relationships, engage in conversations, start conversations, and do not focus on selling your book. It is not about you. It is about building up those relationships, having those friendships so that they turn around and then market for you because you're a simply wonderful, amazing, lovely person who has been talking to them and not throwing your book in their face. So make sure you build up social media hype, but you also want to do that on your own page by talking about your book, by giving away secrets about your book, by talking about the secret headers inside, by talking about how the cover was created, by talking about some of your characters and some other exclusive secret things that really are going to build up that hype beforehand. The third thing is to find advanced fans. That means getting a hold of a street team, getting a hold of new fans, getting your authors fans, or your author friends fans, talking to your publisher, talking to the people you know, and building up a team around you who is excited about your book. Give them your book, let them review it, then let them go out and talk on social media. You can even send them on missions. Advanced fans are the best fans because they help you to get the word out in advance, and it really makes a difference. The fourth thing is to throw yourself a party. Throwing yourself a party is not only going to help your peace of mind, really help your spirits on the day, and really make it an exciting, valuable, interesting day for you with a great story that you can tell later on, but it also helps with your marketing. So make sure that you are throwing yourself a party, whether you are throwing it and hosting it for yourself or someone is hosting it for you. Get yourself a party. Twitter, Facebook Live, some kind of book launch live party. Just make sure you have a party, some kind of event, in-person book signing, take your pick. Just make it happen, because you do not want to have a boring, dull day that leaves you feeling down on yourself. I've had far too many of my authors feel bad because their day was dull. You don't have to have a dull day. Throw yourself a party. It's going to be amazing. There could be cupcakes, sprinkles, confetti, glitter, games, fun times. Just make it awesome. Have some kind of contest. Give things away. Dude, I gave things away at my party. I gave away a whole bunch of ebooks. It was awesome. I did contests beforehand, too. It was really, really good for building up interaction with people. They were really excited about contests and winning free things. So there's a little bonus tip for you. Now, the next thing you need to be worried about is videos, those promo videos that you are making, whether or not you are on camera. You need to be getting videos out there to work with the social media algorithms, to get people to see more, and to build up that hype, because people are far more interested in video than in anything else on social media. Take advantage of it. Get more information about your book out there. Plus, you will have to market forever and for always, and it will not necessarily get bogged down so much on your feeds if you repurpose it and use it on your website, use it on YouTube, use it on your Author Central page on Amazon. I just did a live broadcast this week about your Author Central page on Amazon and what you need to be doing to take advantage of that, because I didn't know that existed until I had to set mine up a couple weeks ago so that I could claim my books and do all the fun things that authors get to do. So go check that out, because that is super valuable. I gave you lots of great ideas for that. I am bulking mine up right now. I just added a whole bunch of videos this morning, so check it out. Use your videos, repurpose them. We have tons of information about repurposing videos over in Reading Transforms, which brings me toward the end where I'm going to give you my links. Amazing, right? So I hope that you take this into consideration. I hope that you really work on this with your launch, whether you are a debut author or you are a seasoned author. Take advantage of using these different techniques within your next launch and see how it goes. I can't promise that everything is going to work or it's going to change things, but I'm telling you right now, this is what I did, and my social media exploded. My fandom exploded. I have so many new people following me, hanging out with me, talking with me. They are reading my book. We're talking about my book. It's amazing. The whole thing is just amazing. And all of my other friends that I have talked to have told me that they have not had those results. I mean, the ones that listened to me did, the ones that followed my directions did, but the ones that didn't do the things that I did, they had that boring, dull day that didn't mean anything. And I don't want that for you. So listen, I want you to do these things. I want you to take this into consideration and really make it work for you. I know it's going to be awesome. I can't promise, but I know it's going to be awesome because you're awesome and you can do awesome things. And your fans are going to do awesome things for you. So take advantage of it. Use all of these things, implement it into your next book launch, and see how it goes. I hope you have a fabulous book launch. It's going to be totally great. I can't wait to see it. And if you're doing really cool things for your book launch, tag me. Send me links. I want to know. I want to see. I want to be there to support you. I will be there within your party to get the ball rolling with the conversation. We can do all sorts of amazing things, and I will help you. Reach out to me because I love you. All right. Thanks so much, guys. I'm K.m. Robinson, author of Golden and creator of Reading Transforms and K.m. Robinson Photography. If you totally love this, you can jump onto www.readingtransforms.com. You'll have access to all of our resources, our articles, our tutorials, our online communities, our online courses, and the amazing projects that we're working on over at Reading Transforms. And let me tell you, I've got some new stuff in the works. It's coming out next couple weeks. It's going to be amazing. You got to check it out. You can also jump into community.readingtransforms.com. That's my closed Facebook group. I mean, they're all the time talking about the social media algorithms, how they're working, how you can avoid them, how you can work within them, how to make sure that your stuff is not getting bogged down on social media so that your fans actually see it. We're also talking about marketing your book, branding your author brand, engaging with your fans, and equipping them and empowering them to get out there and market better for you. I hope that you've totally enjoyed this. You can jump on to any of the Reading Transforms platforms to get way more information about all these topics. And then let me know in the comments what you are thinking and what you have questions on, because I will be doing live broadcasting this week. I am kind of wrapping this up because this is a little bit longer than I wanted to go today. So I did not take any questions. Sorry. I love you. But I am seeing all those beautiful comments about my book launch. Thank you guys for those of you who joined my book launch, who came to my party, who were participating with me. And you have actually tried this. Yeah, you tried some of this. It's working pretty good, right? Yep. And you've got a book launch coming up. Fantastic. All right. I'm signing off because, again, I ran a little bit over today. We've got some stuff going on a little bit later, so I gotta run. But hit me with those questions. Send me some direct messages. Send me some emails, and I will do some live broadcasts for you if you've got questions. Thanks so much for joining me. You guys have a fabulous day. Stay inspired, and goodbye. Next book launch.
Hey authors, I know that marketing your book can be so confusing, especially when you don't have a big budget to work with, but I want you to know that there are ways that you can market your book without costing you a cent. I have come up with a list of 20 totally cost-free marketing ideas that you can implement into your marketing strategy and see the same great results that my own authors have seen when they implemented it into their marketing plan. You can get your very own totally free copy of how to market your book creatively and effectively even when you're flat broke if you jump on to www.readingtransforms.com. Up near the top you're going to see a spot where you can download it completely for free. It is my gift to you. I hope that you take this PDF and you use it in your marketing strategy and see incredible results, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. I'm K.m. Robinson of K.m. Robinson Photography and Reading Transforms. Stay inspired. Do you have a new book releasing soon? Do you want to create a unique experience for your fans on your book release day? Do you want to interact with your fans, celebrate your book, and be the talk of the industry? Book launch live events bring all this and more right into your grasp. Rita Award winner and New York Times bestselling author Pin Tip Dunn called it the highlight of my release day. Dying to find out if this is for you? Visit booklaunchlive.readingtransforms.com for more info and see if this is the perfect thing for your release day. Do you ever feel like you're alone in the book world? When the conferences die down and you're sitting in front of your computer alone writing your next manuscript, things can seem very isolated. But they don't have to be. Do you ever feel like social media changes are getting the better of you? Do you feel like you need support that you just don't have? You don't have to be on your own trying to solve the algorithms. Join the Reading Transforms community for a group of authors and book world professionals going through the same things as you. Connect and support one another. Hear from industry leaders on technology changes, and get the latest updates on RTTV, the weekly live broadcast that teaches you to market your books and brand yourself more efficiently and creatively. Get the community and support that you've been longing for, and surround yourself with authors just like you. We'll see you there.